Prometheus here. Welcome back to another Steel Division 2 video. I'm playing with the 16th armor. I've kind of been messing around a little bit with the deployment types. We're going with the Juggernaut deployment type in this one. Kind of surrounding ourselves with some Panthers, some more tank runs, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. This was technically a draw in this one. However, it wasn't exactly a draw. So Shchedrin, it's technically a draw with this, but as we go through the play, I don't think this is a draw. We end up holding pretty much all but 4 points in the entire map by the end of the game, but because of some stacking score throughout the game, it ends up being one of those. So we're going to be playing over on the left side here. I've kind of played a lot in this region for the most part, but it's been definitely a fun time with this. We're gonna come out with a leader commander, come in with some Panzer Grenadiers, another leader in there, some more Panzer Grenadiers, pulling in and just pulling this area and trying to take that over. Then some Panzer 3Ls. And we have a Panzer 4J here, Recon 4J, a Marauder, and some more Panzer Grenadiers to bring ourselves in here. Leader commander, we're going to put him right here, just allow him to buff around. There was a couple of things though that's not the smartest play in deck building. Like, we don't have as many leaders as I want, so we kind of have to use some tank leaders, but it happens. We saw our opponent here who is running the 9th Infantry, which is the French 9th Infantry. We're going to get some recon here in these trees. We're going to push up the recon vehicle because we're going to use this as a platform to kind of harass this area, but I want these eyes from the strap troop. Pushing here, we do have this long range. Now, I've been destroyed by a long range like this, and I've actually not done a good job here. I have to remember stationary guns like this. I have to treat them as AG. AGMs? No. The anti-tank ATGMs and Warno. That's what I'm thinking of. Artillerium, and I do eventually learn, bring in a couple more Panzer 3s as we lose one of our Panzers here. It's a Recon Panzer. But one of them, we're going to come through with some indirect artillery that can fire at this. The Grail, I think it's called. And we're going to come up and we're going to fire on this bad boy, but I have to remember that. Panzer 3 coming in, just taking out a Hotchkiss. This looks like it's a T4. The Panzer 3 can't pen that. That's unfortunate. And the Martyr 2 is just out of range. Actually, it's not even just out of range because it's a 750, so it's like here. So that's not helpful. A Panzer Grenadiers getting into with the leader. This half track here is an MG half track. It's not going to do much against this AP. Yeah, I should have put this one instead. The 251-10 can deal with that. Panzer 3 trying to deal something to that commander. We do get backshot here. The IS-2 and maybe the M10. Maybe also the T-34. That's a little out of range, so it's probably the IS-2 that's solid in the rear and hit it. We have some artillery from our guy to our right. We'll keep on going, but at this point we've kind of lost this fight, so we're going to retreat back our infantry leader to try to save him. His Panzer Grenadier and this half track is going to keep on working. So they have command of this area at this point. We're going to pull back. We need to wait for our Panthers. That's really the thing. We need to get these Panthers in, and we have 5 minutes. So we just need to hold this, not lose, compete in this area, and just hope that we can hold it. On the left side, we do put a little bit over on this side, but there's not much. We're going to bring in a Panther A. It's going to be a Commander Panther A. And we're going to put this over top so we can look and fire on these areas. And I think it's just better survival than the Martyr 2. We're trying to bring the Martyr 2 up to see if we can see anything here, but this recon's not going to be able to see much. Then we're going to come up with a Panzer IV F1. Now, I thought to myself, maybe I can bring up a Panzer F41 to bring over here. And I called it in, but yeah, it's not a smart one, as we have a tank that's firing us from here against our Panzer IIIL, so we're going to pull those back. Over on the left side, since they hold this, they're able to essentially keep them contained down this road here and kind of just pin them in on the left side. Not the greatest, but we need to figure it out. These BT-42s though are out of range of here, at least not within visual range. We're gonna bring up another Martyr because I was worried about the tanks kind of rushing us. And we're just gonna keep on moving. On the right side, a little bit of an infantry hold here against tanks, which just IS-2 is not going to be something that's easy. He wants to get it in. A lot of air power is going to be used as time goes on, but this guy back here with his artillery did a pretty good job of putting artillery wherever we needed it, which I would like someone to be more involved, but I mean, it worked out in this one because I think we were 1v1 here and 1v1 here, so maybe there was people not playing at that point, or maybe they're doing the same. There's just a lot of artillery coming back from the rear here, but we tried to get this Panzer IV up here to do something, and I went too far forward, and we're gonna lose it. And that's where I think to myself, I need to not do this against these. Yeah, dumb move. All right, we're going to take a Martyr 2 out here. We're going to cover it away from the 17 pounder, but it will have some shots if they advance on it. That's a Stu taking shots at that 17, which I think it will ultimately kill it. But they have us 75 mil over here, which is insane. And this Stug is a monster. What is he playing with? 17th Division? No, he's playing with the 14th Infantry, so it makes some sense. Here's a Panther. We bring it up here on the top, and it's going to start hitting these T4s, and then it's going to force him to go back. Because this Panther has a range of 2,000, and it's going to be able to hit anything, just as long as we can see it, anything here, which is ultimately what I want to do. We're going to bring in a Panzer IV and another Panzer Grenadier just to reinforce this. I do take this flag, so we have to worry about that. I'm going to push these Panzer IIIs just to kind of isolate and get it a little bit more. He's got some troops here, which is pushing this flag towards us. This Panzer A, though, is going to keep taking shots. Let's go for the BF-109. So we have it pinned down. We're going to move up. We can't see this T4, though, unfortunately. We can, but we're prioritizing the 75 mil. And then this is not great. Eventually, we'll bring in one of the Grels. We're going to bring this Panzer IV up to put some fire down some of these roads so we can at least get some distance on that. This Panzer III taking shots, and then this is being shot at with some indirect fire from the AC. There was is taking some shots. It is within the 2000. We're gonna pull our Panther back, but our Panzer is gonna be lost there. Another Panzer just to hold this. We're kind of going back and forth. We're trying to hold this as best as we can. Artillery coming in, hitting the tree line. And on the right side, he's still holding. In many cases. But at least that's helped. We have this recon to be able to see all of this to kind of help out as 36. Pack 36. We're going to bring up a mortar half track. We're now in phase B. So in phase B, I think here I could bring in the Grell. I think my Grells are in phase B. Also means we're going to be able to bring up some Panthers. Some more Panthers. So we bring this Panzer back. We're going to use this one to smoke. And then eventually with a Grell up. And we'll use a Grell to hit these targets over here. This T4 wants to challenge us here. But we're not in any space to take a shot. And now it's in defilade at this point. So nowhere we go can we really see that. Unless we're over here. And even during that, it's going to be a little defilade. So we're going to bring this Panzer IV-H up. It doesn't have the range. It's 1750. Which would probably have to be here more than anything. And now it's completely in defilade. So here's the Panther. We're going to put this Panther up here in this space. Because it will be within. Here comes the mortars. We're just trying to take these down. And this is why I learned that it's just easier not to use this and just to use the Grell. Trying to put this Panzer IV-H along the road so it can just fire down this road. We do get some decent fire support down that road, but I'm thinking maybe something that's 2000 is better. I think that's 2000 range and just set it here. Maybe like a stationary gun, maybe a Panther. It's probably the best one to put. And then this row's a little bit more, but there is some defilade down in here. So you could put a tank maybe here. But still, it's only the road. And you're still open from this. It's a very precarious situation. Here's the Grell. We bring the Grell up. It's 150. Because I realize that this isn't working. And we're going to hit these. The Panzer 35s. Okay, interesting. Can these actually do much? No. Okay, that's interesting. The rest of the map, on the right side, they're kind of losing a little bit, and they will get pulled back to here before they counterattack. Middle's holding decently well. I think the biggest gain that we can make is on our side, but we're holding our 2 flags at least, or our 3 flags on our side. This is the middle flag, though. This is the one that should be contested by both teams, and we're not contesting it, which is not a good thing.
Don't shoot.
So here comes the Grell. We're gonna put it right here as the 2,000 meter range. We can outrange anything over here, so we're gonna hit the priest first. This thing's an absolute monster. Okay, here comes shot. Doesn't kill it on that one. Take one more shot at it. It should kill it. It's off to the left of that. So unfortunately, we don't get a direct hit on it. It starts falling back, but we're not going to be pulled in where that 17 pounder can hit us. That 17 pounder should be easily taken down. And there it is. Did we just start doing targets of opportunity on this side? This Panther is up here, but they're in defilade. We're going to bring up a second Panther. So I was saying I probably need to balance this a little bit more. A Panther commander, and then we have a Panther leader. I don't have a lot of Panther leaders, which is my issue. Another one coming in to take out the infantry here. That's down. And then we start taking shots over here on the left. Now I'm not angry about it, but I think we probably, there's a better use of this. We're gonna try to get this priest, the shot on this priest. I'll pull up this mortar and see if it can't deal with this. The issue is it has the same range, so while we're in range of it, we're also in range. It's going to be a pain. Here comes another shell for the priest. I actually do an area shot to see how powerful this can be, and yeah, it doesn't help things. Martyr gonna take a shot. Comes in. We kill the commander off the first shot. Now this T4 can't see us, but we also can't see it. Is the issue. Another one coming in. We're just sending rounds. I should have stopped this. Martyr takes a shot. Then we start getting shots from over here on top. Now we can't see that because of the no recon. It's a stationary gun here, and we lose our Panther leader. So we're gonna bring this Panzer Grenadiers up here in the space. We're gonna set this up, get the smoke ready and going after we get some tanks, because I want to push a tank offensive. Oh, I want to smoke, put a tank screen in case anything over here is going to fire, while I smoke here and here. And if it dissipates, and then we bring the half tracks up in here and get back up to this point and start fighting over it. Also, on top of that, we lost this point, so we're holding this. I'm going to put this recon over here so I can see what's over in this direction. Everywhere else in the map, we've gotten pushed back a little bit on the right side. Could be because this is more of an infantry unit, I believe. Oh, it's a 21 Panzer. Well, 21 Panzer is struggling on this. They had a lot of AA. That's one thing as well. This push, it's a mass push. AVRE here is not going to do as much pen. The blast is good. It's an assault gun is why. So this push here will allow them to take that flag. The issue is they're still getting shot from over here. Here comes the mortars to try to mortar this again. Which of course that doesn't work, so I'll bring out my Grell and hit this. Just never learn my lesson. We see the leader here. I asked for some kind of strikes or something. Rescue man comes in. He's gonna try to strike it. He's gonna get it down. The leader's pinned down, but it's not a kill. So unfortunately, the 109 does not have bomb strength on that. That's 100 pound, I think, or it might be multiple 50s. So we're gonna bring up the Grell. We're gonna take a shot at it, and we kill it. However, the Grell is out of ammo, and in this one, I didn't realize that my resupplies We're in phase C. We're not far from phase C, but in phase C, I want to concentrate more on our tanks than anything. He's going to try to come out and smoke off my tanks here because he wants to do a little bit of a little tank support on the left. My Panthers are all the way over here. I'm not sure why I actually smoked us out here. It's kind of weird because when we look at this, he's not pushing anything up. So I was expecting a push, but nothing happened. So I got kind of confused with that. Maybe he's just trying to ensure that our Panther couldn't see anything, but I don't know. We're kind of just pulling out. This Panther, though, can see the T-34 that was right here. So once the smoke dissipates, maybe it wasn't him that actually did it, and it was this guy off to our right, because he's smoking off his tank that I just cannot see right now. All right, here we go. We're gonna pull up the Panthers. We're in A up here that has some extra shells. I think it has the APCR shells. Distance is still the same, but the APCR shells have tons of pen. So at this point, we can pen any tank that they have at this point. Which all the T4 is, I didn't realize, is a Panzer III, I think? It's a Panzer IV. Alright, here comes our smoke. Interesting that it's just a Panzer IV. So I'm gonna smoke up here. I probably should have started saying this before, but now we see this T-34. We're gonna take some shots at it with this Panther. We don't kill it, it backs up. Here we go. So I figured this would be like 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, but that's not the case. It's not how it works. So I have to remember that. However, it works out well for us because the Panther here, 1 shot kill on the T4. We're gonna pull up this other Panther, try to get a shot on this other T4. Which it won't because the Panther G will take this shot. We'll spall it. Now the Vickers 75mm wants to take a shot. We also have this T-34 here. This Panzer IV hits it pretty hard. We move up just a little bit. It wants to be in the trees. We're still engaging these Vickers. This Panzer IV though, still cannot see that T-34. So ultimately, I don't know what happens to this T-34. Maybe I did kill it and didn't realize it. They send a late push. This Panthers, all of these tanks though, are going to do absolute work on anything that tries to pass through here. So there's some shots on this. These are in deflate from the T-34. They smoke off this, but ultimately it's not gonna matter because we're moving our tanks up slowly but surely, and we've killed the defenders here. Our friend here is gonna put some artillery up. This Panther's gonna come up, take some shots on the infantry shoots and the, well, it's not German, so that's not true, but rockets coming in, gonna hurt us a little bit. We lose one Panther off a direct hit. Panther A is out of it. We're gonna put this Panther A up on the high ground because we've lost the leader. This Panzer IV is gonna drop back. The Panzer IIIs, we're gonna send them up just to see if we can see anything. There's the Horch down from this Panther, I believe it is. We're starting to engage this 57, which can't actually see this, which I'm not sure. There is the artillery. It's a good push. We're gonna bring up a second Panther. Well, another Panther. Panther G this time. I think to replace the other Panther that we lost. Pushing in. Now we're in this fight. We're gonna keep going up because we want to keep on pushing in this area just so we can pin down this. And then we start seeing those tanks. It's IS-2. Now, this is going to be a difficult fight for both sides. We kill the first one because, I mean, it's just a Sherman, modified Sherman. And now we're going against the IS-2. M10, we do not kill it, which is unfortunate. And then we keep bouncing off the IS-2, which is also unfortunate. I think the G maybe had a chance, but we didn't kill those two. So we're going to take these Panthers and put it up here. We're going to put this Panther G in case it comes through again. I'm going to put it right here in this space. We have an elevated position, and then we'll raise its ability up with this commander, tucking him in and like right in this space. There goes one of our Panzers. We're moving up. We're dealing with stationary guns. During our side, luckily they didn't pen and kill us. We're gonna face it. We kill out the 50 mil. They do bounce. And then we're just gonna have to pull in more. So we're gonna pull in this Panzer IV here. We lost our recon at some point because they were pushing the recon down here. We do kind of put this exposed, but it's not exposed to the road. Yes, they could have something here, but if they did, it would be firing at me right now, which is true. Fortunately, a Stug there loses against a T-34. This infantry gun is in an insanely good spot because you can see this crossroad. Infantry fight's going down. We're just using our vehicles as support. This Panther is unfortunately taken down by the TA. Just have 135. Panthers are gonna turn and face. And it's gonna die for the Panther A there. Rockets coming in, forcing our ally to retreat off that. Su-85 is a dangerous gun. It's gonna go back and forth. I think the Pak-36 would lose that. Ooh, good shot there. Bounced. Can we get one more from him? He does kill it. It's mutual. It's a trade. Not a bad trade. Now this T-34 can come up and wreck us. So I put this Panther more in this spot. So if I need to respond to the T-34, it's there. I should have front faced this. I want to go too far over there. Yeah, that dies from something. I don't know what. Because that Panzer can't see it. We're going to bring up another Panzer 4. We're going to move this Panther up. I'm going to put this Pack 40 75 here in case he wants to come up. They do an arty strike. The leader is under threat. I do fall him back, but he falls back anyway, and luckily he survives. This Pack 40 can pen most of the tanks. I'm just not sure if it can pen an IS-2. And this is Panzerfaust. I mean, yes, they can pen that. The issue is we try to get within range and we just cannot actually do it. So, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Artillery come down on us. We're going to move our Panthers. We're going to move one of these over here because we want to deal with this T-34. We also put this 75 mil here. I should have faced it towards this direction, but it also can't see these trees. So maybe like a stationary gun here with 2,000 meter range could have hit it. It's just what happens when you don't have enough time to really look at something. We're going to push Panzers up towards this T-34 area, and we're going to just try to hold this. Now, we've lost on the right side completely. We've been pushed back almost all the way to spawn. Well, I mean, it's an interesting bit, but what this allows us to do is take a lot of their equipment on, because the resupply takes so long to get up here, and it takes a full air support to really help that. So that was kind of unfortunate. On the left side though, that initial strong push really opened this up, and the eliminating this allowed them to kind of move a concentrated force down all three of these roads, which has really helped them. We're gonna put this Panzer up with them. We're gonna move it up another Panzer Grenadier, move that back into range. The precarious spots over here. Now, I didn't realize it got so far to the south, which is interesting because the game ends and they're back up here, which is quite funny. So middle's holding. We're starting to put more air support in the air. Stationary gun takes out the Panzer 4. This Pack 40 and the Panzer 4 here is just start taking shots at the infantry. I saw this Firefly and I thought to myself, this might be an issue. So I try to tuck these Panthers in a way that can't get shot over here, but I'm looking at this area and maybe we can take out this artillery. But yeah, it's not always the smartest thing to do. They still have this area. Put some more artillery on that. Our ally is. I mean, we are back facing, but all of this isn't defilade really. All right, IS-2. It's a Pack 40. From the front? At range? Yeah, that's not gonna work. But that artillery hitting them well. And a good rocket strike there. We bounced it. We did not force it to retreat. We're gonna bring up some munitions because I want to be able to resupply these guys. And I kind of went too far forward so I can see the infantry. Now this Firefly is here. I think it took out this gun. An interesting Firefly for sure. On the right side, it's still this issue. Which a Panzer IV push with our supported by artillery and air support actually helped that. So again, I'm marking the tree line because the stationary gun's there. We're holding this, but we're still 2 points short. Good air support though against a lot of these tanks. This was going for the IS-2. Doesn't kill it, but does some good response. Artillery strike with 2 rocket artillery against us is going to do a lot. One's here and then one's here. Actually, it did a lot less than I thought it did at the time. Interesting. We're gonna bring in 2 Martyr 2, some more Panzer Grenadiers, just to put some more Panzer Grenadiers up there. These are artillery strikes. LA-7's not gonna do anything there. So they just keep on funneling stuff here, which I think is the most interesting part. A Storm Tiger is going to come in. So the thing is, they held this river, which I think is... I mean, it's good on them for not giving up and keep pushing. On the left side, this is still going on the left. A lot of good stuff. This Pack 40 has a good side shot angle for these vehicles to go down this road. We're going to put fields engineers through here, but I don't think it's really an issue, so I don't really worry about it. The T-34 is taken out. We're going to try to use this Ju-87 to take down this IS-2. It's of course not going to work because it doesn't have nearly enough bombs or strong enough bombs to deal a large amount of damage from the top. But here it is. Yeah. It's 1 bomb. It's not going to do enough, but maybe the Stu can do some work here. Interesting. It doesn't actually see it. So this commander's killed there. We take back this flag. We start pushing this flag a little bit. And then we lost our infantry here, but our Panthers... I wasn't going to give this up easy. And the reality is, yes, those things can pen us. But, yeah, that's not going to work around here. Martyr 2 taking shots at the fields engineers. And the defilade. We hold the flags on the left side. Over on the right, now they're amassing over here, which I think is the funniest thing. I don't know how this ends up being through here. My guess is having side shots on the resupply routes is what ultimately ensures that this doesn't keep going. That's the only thing I can think of. All right, we lose another infantry, but other infantry is up here. We're all good. We're all ready. We lost half track over here with the Pioneer. Martyr 2 taking shots. Trying to get this the sniper here. Artillery comes in, does kill my, I think that was a Panther commander. It's a bit unfortunate. We're gonna bring in some more Panzer Grenadiers and just set them in this. We need to hold this flag. This right side is crazy. But here comes all the air power, and this is how they take it back. Because it's so close to our spawn, all of these things immediately starts putting bombs out because it's on top of our spawn. So like these, all this stuff back here will hit it while it's going out, but that's it. And then a naval warfare. Panther G's in there as well. An MG-42's in there as well. That's crazy. Okay, so we kill one field engineer, but this Pioneer isn't going to kill the other. So I'm guessing this field engineer just stays there this entire time. Pioneer, we're just murking them down. We do lose that from either explosion from them or someone else. We're going to keep holding this though. B-42 with HE shells. Oh, a King Tiger over here. I haven't got to play with the King Tiger yet. That'll probably be the next game. I'll try to play more with the Luftwaffe. This thing is a beast of a tank. I start thinking maybe I need to help these guys on the left. If we can dominate this side, these guys on the left can then dominate this crossroad, in which then the only way to field this is through here. But so I'm thinking about that I need to help them. But this Ju-87 can't pen this Firefly. So I'm like, what do I really do with it? Over on the right side, the take back is going well. There is a T-34 in here. Wow, this flak doing work. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna try to use this 87 against this priest. I don't know if it actually killed it because I was looking elsewhere at the map. Or if it even delivers its bombs. We do kill it. Nice. It's a 500-pound bomb. Now that's interesting. Having a leader with this. That's something I'll have to think about. So they keep doing a pioneering push. A lot of them are, some of them do have heat rounds, but they have to pull up a TA here, and unfortunately we can't see. If we had something here, we'd be able to see that tank, but unfortunately we don't. I'll push this Martyr out here to see if we can see this tank here. This Panther up here. We have the Pack 40. T-34 push right side. I'm gonna push this Panther towards it. We miss it with the first shot. We're on the move. That's a bounce. Shot comes in. Side shot it, but not kill it. Good run there. We kill this last one. Shot coming in. That Panther's gonna clean that up. TA shooting at the Pack 40, and well, that's gonna go down slowly but surely. There it goes. But we lose the Pack because it's able to fire a shot. Pioneers coming in, reinforce this entire thing. We're gonna get this Panzer up. Gonna help with the assault. I see this Firefly, but funny enough, this Firefly isn't being pushed up to help. It's supporting this side. To get more Pioneers up, we're gonna use this Panther in reserve. We have a good recon bit here. I see this TA. Now, I'm not sure if this Panzer can kill it, but I risk it here. I probably shouldn't have, because I exposed my side. I probably just kept it. I should have kept it in like space there. T-34 taking another shot and dies from, I think this Panther. I think that Panther can see it. Martyr's gonna come up to the HE shells. We're gonna bring up another Panzer IV. 2 Panzer IVs. We're pushing on the right. Yes, we are. So this is how they took it back. Just through sheer will. And the fact that they cut off the resupply through this flag. And just coming through and just putting absolute work. Elsewhere, pretty good. They're winning over on the left side. They're by the flag, so they're still holding the flag area. And then this is from the silly unit that's still over here that doesn't push. All right, we got our infantry leader over here. We bounce off the T-34. Unfortunately, we did lose the Panther here. We're trying to kill it with the half track, but the half track is just not enough. We're gonna bring in the Ju-87. Now, yes, it only has 50 kilogram HE bombs. It does have 4 of them. This is really for infantry. I should have hit this more than anything. I'm gonna come down and do nothing. So yeah, I should have used it against the infantry leader that they had. So once again, we're gonna pull everything back and reset again. We're equal on flags though, and this is why it's so close. Like, these are really close. Holding here. This guy on the right, to the right of us, has this flag he's holding. He's slowly, like, his air power is what saved a lot of us. I keep on saying, hey, there's a Pack 38 here. We're gonna reset back on our hill as we call more stuff in. The left side though, you can definitely tell that they are losing ground, but just the sheer weight of how much is here. What was that? What that was firing that large? Oh, it must have been the Pack 40. And then here comes all of the air power. One here, I think he destroyed a tank here. T-34 here, Stormy, which I think is really just a modified, I think it's just a modified Stug. This is a push that I didn't realize here. Towards this flag. The counterattack on the right is going well. Now, this is what I mean. I'm concentrating on the left side so we can get this flag and cut this off. I'm gonna start concentrating my air power on the left. Since I can't take this, we're gonna slowly reinforce. We're just gonna start hitting this hard. Ju-87 coming down, not able to kill the Tu-34. He comes down, drops on the Strelky. We're gonna drop and do that. That's not gonna hit the Strelky, so that's unfortunate. CST-34, I can't deal with it. All right, we had a slight thing. I had to free up some actual room because of so much editing going on. But we are back. We are going. So, not able to kill the infantry, but that Vocal Wolf 190 does. These things are absolute monsters. They're amazing. All right, so keep pushing on the left. On the right, they're almost on the flag. So we've stabilized at 1616. We've held this, but we're slowly getting this up. And we have this flag now. So that's one on their side, right? So that's two on their side that end up going down. I don't know where they were actually at. They must have been on the left side. And another one surrenders on their side. No, that's one on our side. But hey, it's okay. The push is real. So the right side finally getting it back, and we have 17 flags on our name. In the middle though, we're still missing our two middle flags, so we're kind of the like the salient in here. Pushing on the left side. This guy's gonna hold it, and then I think this has officially cut off this reinforcement route. So now this reinforcement route is done, and we're going to come in and we're going to come across this area. Not before he does it first. We're just softening them up here. There's no real rush to get these flags. He takes out one of the guys that we're trying to take out. M10 is not long for this world, but not today. That can be long for this world from that Ju-88. This 87 is going to come down. That's the guy on the right side. Strelky's dead. Actually, no, it actually damaged. This thing just goes around because the engine's overheating. Which is unfortunate. I see this push by him. I'm going to push out my Panzer IVs. Kind of support this. On the right side, they are pushing hard. Good way to stick with it on the right side. We've kind of held this into essentially choke points. All right, so they're going to come in and put artillery down. And here comes a Panther that we're going to put in this space to ensure that this can come through. And this thing is still broken here. Here comes our Panzers. I'm going to put it down so our Panzer IVs can take shots here. I'm going to soften this up. We're not getting shot from over here because, as I didn't realize it, this Pack 40 is holding this space. And while the off player can't see it, that should be well within Pack 40's view. So no tanks are over here or anything. So we're all good. We're going to come through. Panther's going to come up. We want to support it to deal with these tanks that are coming down this road. JU-87. We got a Pack 38 here. We've won on the left side. We're running it on the right side at this point. Here comes an infantry push. But here's where air power comes in at this point. Comes down. We're not able to actually dive into artillery. Coming in. Not able to get it down. Just the rocket. The rocket planes are so much better. So here he comes. I'm gonna put this drone. I'm gonna put this Pioneer on the right side. This Panther, I wanted to put it in a position to where it started firing at these. I want to get up in this space here. So we can essentially cut off this choke point, which was the key. But first, I'm gonna put it back here because it has the range to cut off the choke point from back here. Here we go. This Pioneer is gonna come up, get in this space. We're gonna use the recon Kubel and just follow him behind. Right side, easy peasy. Air power is gonna essentially ensure that we take this. This Pack 38 did take down this half track. It's all good. Across the entire map. They've counter pushed all the way back and pushed them back further. They have 9 points here. And this is what I'm saying. This wasn't really a draw at this point. It was a war of attrition. And we held the flags. It was only a draw because they had almost won the game and we stabilized it. The reality is we won this wholeheartedly. So much so as I think we try to push into this area. We try to push here. If we had more time, we would we'd start pushing in this area as well. So that's the thing. Even though it's only 3 minutes remaining, it's air power that's winning the day right now. So I got over here, surrenders. The only flags left is this one and this one. We're gonna keep on pounding through here. We're gonna be the distraction so everyone else can get air power in here. We just killed that. We can kill the Huber. Our ally starts pushing across here. We're gonna pull up some support so we can push. We're gonna get Panzer IV. We move this Panther up. Unfortunately, we're just not able to move up here. I'm not sure if we're able to actually get that. Before it starts getting shot by the Shermans. Well, the Shermans are up here. There's really this Sherman 4 that's holding this. Yeah, that's going to be knocked out by all that fire. It's unfortunate. And our ally does pick up this flag, which is funny. We're pushing in this area. And then we're going to start using our Panther here just to dominate this space. And hopefully we can get someone up, but it's only 30 seconds remaining. And that's why I'd call this a win, because at this point there's 5 flags left. We pretty much exhausted the enemy. And the reality is this game is pretty much over. So while it's a draw, by the end of the conflict, we literally have 26 of 32 captured, which is insane. Our KD is a little bit lower than 1, which isn't too bad. Our kills, this Panther did a lot of work, but I need to revamp the deck a little bit. The Gorilla here did absolute work. I need to use those more effectively next time. Panther G did a lot of work. There's probably a little bit, some other things I can change with this. Panthers did absolute amazing stuff. We lost a lot of stuff that we shouldn't have lost. So thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for the support and all of this. I'm still learning Steel Division 2. I'm learning a lot of stuff. And, well, if you got any comments or anything like that, you've watched it all the way to the end, go ahead and put a comment below and tell me what I can do to change the deck, some tips, things like that. So thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys next time. Later.